My marketing really has been just offering a ton of free value as much as possible. So I do Facebook Lives. I'll write certain posts, give away value. Of course, I have call to actions as well. But I think the key there is really nurturing your audience, because one of the things I see most coaches making the mistake about in the beginning is that they're not consistent with offering value. And marketing is just letting someone know how you can help them. That's really what it is. And I think the best way to do it is to give them amazing results ahead of time. And so if my free Facebook post or my 10-minute live gives someone information that they can actually go out and practically use, then they're going to be so much more willing to work with me. And that's been my experience is, the more and more you do that and consistently do it, that's the other thing. A lot of coaches in the beginning will do it once and then they'll hide. They'll do it once or twice and they'll say, it didn't work. I didn't get the engagement or the traffic I wanted, or enough people didn't watch it or like it, and they stop. And what they don't realize is that consistency is a compound effect. And when you can do that, monthly, weekly, daily, it's just going to be this big snowball that continues to increase. And before you know it, it has a life of its own. The marketing's kind of just, it's continuing to take off on its own without you having to do much. It's just regularly checking in on it. And so I think being consistent is really important, and also not being afraid to give away all your stuff for free in the beginning, because the more you give away for free, the more you give people results ahead of time, the more they're going to build that know, like, trust factor with you. And they're going to be so much more compelled to work with you. Because think about it. There's so many amazing coaches, consultants, experts in this space all over the world, right? Everyone's amazing. But the people who are succeeding are the ones who are giving away the most free information, whether it's, a post, a live, a webinar, a guide, a PDF, whatever it is, versus the ones who are kind of hiding. And the second aspect of that is consistent. The person who's posting at least once a week is going to win so much more than the person who posts 10 days in a row and then burns out and disappears for 1 year. And so really that consistency and that combination of offering free value, I think that's what it is. And also, like I said, when I create content, I'm not thinking about the ideal client. One interesting thing I want to share with you guys is sometimes, our brain does this. It's really, it has its protective mechanisms. And so it has us basically create content for our critics or for the haters or for the people who aren't going to buy from us, right? Because somehow we know we're putting ourselves out on social media. We want to seem perfect. We want to seem cool and this and that. And so we end up kind of writing to or creating content for the wrong person. And I found myself do this as well. And when you can make that switch and think about that one ideal client, like when I create content for any marketing, I think about my best clients. The ones who signed up right away, the ones who got in, the ones who got amazing results. And then I think about that one person each time I create content, because that's who I want to talk to. That's my ideal client. And then it totally changes the words I write. It changes the way I show up on video. It changes the energy I give off. It changes everything. And I think a lot of people aren't creating content that's geared towards their ideal client. It's usually to make sure that they sound good. And I always tell my clients in my program that, don't make your marketing about you. It's never about you. It's about the person you're helping. And so many of us get stuck in our heads in the beginning. We want to make sure we sound perfect and look good and all that other stuff. But when you can really shift your attention on the person you're helping, you're not going to care. Even if you're on a live and you mess up, or you have a typo in your written post or something, it's not going to be the end of the world, because your intention there is to help that one ideal client. And when you have that intention of helping one ideal client with each piece of marketing, you'll get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds when you do that consistently. And that's really been what I've done.